ahead of that match in Italy. But let's turn our attention back to stuff happening in Pembrokeshire, shall we, right now? And we'll look back on the local football from the weekend in just a sec. But let's stick, I think, with rugby right now. Gordon, good to see fixtures back on Saturday, the Saturday coming. Did you find it frustrating when local rugby doesn't happen when the internationals are going on? Is it a bit disappointing for the local clubs where they have a break?
Yeah, it is. You lose the acuity, but don't you? You know, it's difficult. I think I spoke on the show many times before. Back in our to play international, many people travel to the games then, so you play all the international and figure our game together. I think that should be happening a bit more in this stage to do because still when so it's January to end of March every week. It's like a once you know.
Yeah, no, absolutely right. Let me have a look, shall we, at the fixtures that are coming up. And pembrokeshiresport.co.uk has the games that are happening this weekend. In the Championship, we've got Narberth at home to Neath on Saturday. In WRU Division 1 West, Crimmock play Gowerton. That match going on. We've got Pencloud against Pembroke and Whitland home to Hendy. And some interesting games in Division 3 as well, where Cardigan play Abereron, Haverfordwest against Neyland, Lampeter Town against Pembroke Dock Quins, Langham against St David's, St Clair's against Tregaron. Any fixtures there, chaps? Gordon, I'm sure there's a few games in there that will catch your eye ahead of Saturday.
Well, West, you know, go with that. That's always a big game with a bit of rivalry. St David's been playing very well this season as well, so Langham will need to step up if they're going to get any change from the guys up in St David's. Fraser's Lot are playing very well.
Okay, will you be watching any matches, Gordon, on Saturday? Do you think? Will you be heading along to watch anything?
I'll be going. I usually cover the football for Pembrokeshire Sport, to be honest with you, Ben. So I'll be heading to the OBS on Saturday. I don't know if you want to talk about the football now, or whether you want to still concentrate on the rugby.
No, we can do the local
you know,
football.
In Division 1, Crimmock are going great guns. I have to say that as well. Elgin Vittle and his boys up there, fair play. They've really pulled off some really important wins during the Six Nations, and they're right in contention, hopefully, to win that title. It would be great to see them do that, because they're a real community that sticks together, and it's a bit of a hotbed of rugby in the north of the county up there, with so many Welsh internationals coming from that area as well. So I'm wishing Crimmock all the best when they play Gowerton on Saturday. I hope they can come off and pull off another good result.
Yeah, absolutely right. Okay, pembrokeshiresport.co.uk has all the fixtures listed, and of course we'll reflect on the weekend's rugby when it returns this Saturday on the show next Monday. But I think at Gordon's prompting, I think he's desperate to talk about local football, so I'm quite happy to do that. And some reports, Tom, that you might be getting your boots on this weekend again. I've spotted that whilst I've been away. You've spotted you've been back in action.
I don't know if you can hear us. There's a moment. So do you mind repeating that question? I know we're football, but we missed the tail end of it.
Let me try again. Can you hear me now, Tom? Are you hearing me now?
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Sorry, my audio wasn't. Yeah, my audio did go then. Let me ask the question again. It was, as we move on to talk about local football. Is it true, Tom, that you're going to be getting your boots back on this Saturday? Because I have spotted, whilst I've been away, you've been back in action for Broadhaven Reserves, haven't you?
I have, and I may have mentioned it once, twice, or maybe 3 times on Monday after the show. It was a proud moment, and I can confirm that if the powers that be are listening, I am available this Saturday. So if they need some reinforcement, I
there we go. Okay, we'll keep an eye on that. It's a bit like in the indoor cricket season, isn't it? With Fraser, we monitor his performances. We will do the same with you, Tom, in the football if you get called up this weekend. So I just give you the results from Division 1, and then let's get some thoughts on what happened on Saturday. We read these out in the first hour of the show every Monday. Division 1 scores were Carey 1, Clubston Road 1. Fishguard Sports 3, Penna Robbins 6, Kilgetty 7, St Clair's 0, Monkton Swifts 4, Merlin's Bridge 3, Nayland 0, Goodwick 6, and St Ishmael's 0, Hakin 6. Gordon, what was the highlight of Saturday's football in Pembrokeshire?
Well, I went to watch Goodwick play at Nayland on Saturday, and fair play to them. They're actually the current league leaders, and they're going well, to be fair. They were leading 5-0 by half-time in that game, but I've got to give credit to Nayland. They stuck to their task, and they only conceded 1 in the second half. But you could say that possibly Goodwick had taken their foot off the gas, so to speak. And obviously, Hakin is still banging in the goals and not conceding as well. They won 6-0. And I can see it being a bit of a 2-horse race for the title again, Ben, to be honest with you. It's looking that way. Hakin got a little bit of base, looking at the playing really well and scoring plenty of goals. So it would take a big moment to stop them winning the league. Being in contention for the league. I shouldn't say winning it. They are the current champions, but Goodwick will be hoping to say something about that come the end of the season as well. There was a good game in Monkton Lane on Saturday, Ben, where Merlin's Bridge, who were in contention, they are second in the table, but they had suffered back-to-back defeats now. That's not, but they were leading 3-2, Ben, and it was the 90th minute. You would think they would close out the game, but unfortunately, you've got to give the Swifts plenty of credit. They managed to equalise on the 90th minute through James Russell, and blow me down, their skipper, Martin Carroll, bagged the winner in the 95th minute to pinch everything, win the game and the points. So that was some comeback, to be fair.
Was there questions asked about the injury time?
yeah. It was Chrissy Lloyd time. He's the manager. Chrissy Lloyd time. Yeah.
We all remember Fergie time, don't we? Yeah, that's good. Plenty of goals right the way across Pembrokeshire. Just on the table, Gordon. You mentioned it there. Goodwick topped the table, having played 16 games, 43 points. Merlin's Bridge second, having played a game more on 37. But Hakin United obviously have only played 11 matches, so they're on 30. So you get this sometimes, don't you, where the table doesn't quite tell the full story. No.
Hakin have been here before chasing quite regularly because they do well in the cup competitions, and it sort of puts them behind in the league. But they seem to pick up momentum as the season goes on, and they'll be there or thereabouts come the end of the season. There's no question about that. But moving on to this Saturday, Ben, there's a very important cup tie. Talking of Hakin United, I want to wish Scott Davis and the boys all the best. They're playing Pontloo, who are top of the Carmarthenshire Premier League, and they're unbeaten. They were the team that actually knocked Goodwick out of the competition in the last round. So it will be a cracker up in the Obs, kicking off at 2:30 on Saturday. And, I want to wish Hakin all the best. They're flying the flag for Pembrokeshire, and it would be great to see them win and get to the semi-finals and hopefully get to the final at Swansea.com. We could do with a trip up there. We haven't been up there for a while, even though Mr. Watson's there every other week watching them lose.
Yeah, you can say that because he's not here. Yeah, we have hopes, haven't we? In fact, I'm not sure we've had a Pembrokeshire side get there in the time we've been doing this show, have we? I don't think we have.
Oh, possibly not.
No, not since
Goodwick were the last team. Was that in 2019? No, No, Merlin's Bridge.
Yeah,
Merlin's Bridge were the last team. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
think-
no, it hasn't happened. So this could be a first with a bit of luck, mate. I thought Mr. Watson would come in there. I always get a reaction off my mate.
And some interesting stories across all the divisions as well. Actually, it's worth saying that in Division 2, Haken United's reserves actually top that table as well. And after a difficult few years, have spotters on Narberth have been picking up a few better results, actually, haven't they, over the last couple of weeks in Division 2? They're off the bottom spots.
Yeah, they've got a few players back. Let's put it that way, Ben. I won't say what's going on, but things have been difficult at that club for a while. It's nice to see that some of the boys have seen a little bit of common sense and gone back to help their club out.
Yeah, good to see.
That should rattle them up a bit, Ben.
Seems to be working. And Broadhaven...
Oh, we've lost your sound again, Ben.
We've lost you, Ben.
But you're talking about Broadhaven's result.
I'm back again. I'm back again.
Yeah.
There he is.
I'm back again.
Have you paid your bill, mate? Keep cutting you off.
Some gremlins around tonight, I think. Yeah. Broadhaven are sick, Tom, in the table. So mid-table, I think they're maybe crying out for your return this weekend to boost them up a little bit. What do you think?
Oh yeah, definitely of the firsts.
What position do you play, Tom? What position do you play out?
Fullback. Fullback is where we're at, on the right and the left. I'll put that in there.
Okay.
Versatile. Okay, we'll keep an eye out for you this weekend, and we'll see if we can get a nice match report on how you get on. Swansea are actually in action right now, and I'm sure Fraser watching.
Oh, he's keeping his eye on it.
One eye on that. It doesn't sound a
and listening to us as well.
Yeah, it's 0-0 at the moment, but the Swans could do with a win tonight. Fraser was saying that, but in the first hour of the show, they could do with getting something this season.
He's been saying that for about 5 seasons.
Yeah, it's they've not been on the
so frustrating because Swans they didn't. Well, they started off all right, then they had that dip, and then they're doing all right, and then they had the dip, and then Liam Cullen was scoring, and they're doing really well.
Championship football, Tom.
I know, but then they was like, oh, we're going to be in a relegation battle, and then they won 3 games, and it was like, oh, we might get a playoff position.
Yeah, it's like that in the championship. The games come thick and fast, as you know. They're playing twice a week, and
they do.
A couple of wins, couple of defeats, and it's either way, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
Swansea 15th going to today's game. Home to Rotherham. They need to be winning that sort of match, don't they? Really,
they should do, Ben. Yes, they should be looking to target that for 3 points.
It's one that should be.
But as Fraser said earlier on, is that Rotherham are in a dogfight, and it's the underdog versus it's really tough, tough.
Well, Liam's on the bench. Liam Cullen is on the bench, and Joe Allen starting for Swansea. So we'll see whether they can get that goal whilst we're on the air. We'll take a moment and we'll come back for the final part where we'll have to talk about Haverfordwest County beaten at Pontypridd at the weekend, but we'll get some of the latest news from the Oggy Bridgemeadows Stadium. And I think we'll talk about Man United winning the Carabao Cup, and the relegation battle in the Premier League looks interesting because I think there's about 11 sides.
That's where Man United was supposed to be, wasn't it?
In contention, when they lost 4-0 at Brentford, we all thought so, Gordon, didn't we? Yeah, but he's done some job, Eric Ten Hag. Potentially a manager of the year
thought
contender.
I'd never hear that coming out of your lips, but thank you for saying that.
Because he keeps having dinner with Alex Ferguson.
I like him. I think he's done a very good job. So we'll do that to round off the show. Give us your thoughts as well. Who's going down from the Premier League? Let us know on that. We'll read out some of those messages before 9 right here on Pure West Sport.